Hi everyone, it's Lovely here. Welcome to my floor. Now I have a pretty special video today. My Resinsoul Mi has arrived, so I'm going to open her on camera. I'm really excited for this. She's actually a lot earlier than I thought she would be. When I placed the order, it was about a month ago now, when I got the confirmation they said that it would probably take them a bit longer than usual with Chinese New Year. So I wasn't expecting her to arrive until the very end of February at the earliest. And then it wasn't actually until a friend messaged me and asked, so when is she arriving? I was like, oh, okay, I should probably check. And I had an email saying she'd been shipped out 2 days ago. And when I checked the tracking, excuse me, it said that she was ready for pickup at the post shop because I got it sent to my PO box. So really excited about that. So let's get into it. Now I have this is the first doll I have ordered straight from the company myself. I got Claire from a person second hand. So yeah, this is my first experience ordering straight from the company myself. Now I've taken my packaging slip out so that it doesn't have my address and all that on there. Not that I'm too fussed since it is a PO box, but might as well. Now it's just going to be me battling with the box. The box seems like it hasn't been, it's a bit of dents or anything in it, which is promising. Up until I decided to order a Resinsoul Mi, and before then I watched a lot of videos of people opening her. It's quite common actually that a lot of Mi's arrive with their fingers broken, or one finger in particular. There's one finger that sticks out quite a bit more, and more often than not it arrives broken, so I'm hoping that I am not one of those unlucky few. In saying that, I have heard that Resinsoul are making an effort to package their hands more carefully, especially this one here, and like even packaging the hands separately. I don't quite know if that'll be the case with mine, but anyway. Yes, okay, so another thing, if you know anything about Resinsoul, they send their dolls in these beautiful carry cases, and they're so cool. I've always wanted to buy one of these for Claire actually, but this will be really handy. It's so long and so pretty. Okay. Oh, so in here she's got a little pillow. Oh, I can see part of her already. Let's see if I can hold. I can see her peeking through. So the pillow is a lovely cream which matches the case, which is quite cool. And there's a card sitting on top. So, yes, this is her COA, I'm assuming. Not that you can probably see that, but you need to bring it a bit closer. So there you can see that she is indeed legit. Name, me, order number, all of that. Very cool, and oh, she's so pretty. Hang on, let's pull out. Yes, so straight away I can see it does look like her hands have been shipped separately. So let's just have a look here. And her feet are detached as well. So look, her hands are in, I didn't even ask for them to be shipped separately or anything. So this just must be what they do now to make sure that they don't have people having sad openings where fingers are broken, but they are in here. But let's actually get her out. So she has, they're really cool actually. So the random eyes that I have, that she has got at the moment, are like a goldy brown colour, which is really cool. And I need to get her out of this I really love the body sculpting. It's just so, I wouldn't say dainty, but like, that almost sounds negative, like in a good way. It's just so feminine and so sleek, and just, I love the details and all that on it. So let's get her out. Might need to move closer to the camera. Now, I already love these joints. So Claire is double jointed in her arms, but in quite a different way to me here, and I still don't have a name for this girl. I'll have to think of something soon, but yeah, so these joints are double jointed as well, but the peanut in between actually allows for a lot more movement, which I love. But hang on, I need to figure out these hands and actually check that these are okay. I'm sure they'll be okay since they've been shipped separately. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure that there is the culprit finger, and they have even embedded it into the foam so that it is lovely. And hang on, let me get the other one out. So we have two hands that are perfectly intact, which I will admit I am quite relieved about. Now, I ordered her during their, I think it was their New Year's or end of their Christmas promotion, where they offered free jointed hands for anyone who got a 1/3 scale or 1/4 scale doll, I think is what it was. So of course I got some of these, and I've never had jointed hands before, and I really like the detail on the one that Mi comes with on her own, but actually these are so cool. So let's see if now I'll have to play around with these a bit more. I know that they can have a bit of kick sometimes, but they seem to be really, really cool. Gosh, what hands am I going to put on her? I don't know. Oh, she does need some hands. I might actually, I don't know. Oh. Anyway, so I got flat feet with her, and well, she obviously came with flat feet, but I also got some high heel feet for her since I do have a lot of high heel shoes, and I figured I might as well, and they weren't too expensive, they're pretty good, so good a time as any. So yeah, anyway, I might zip off for a bit and see if I can figure out how to put some hands on this girl and some feet, and then I will be back for a closer look. That was extremely difficult, honestly. I've never even attempted to restring a doll before, let alone swap hands, feet, or just put them on, but it has been probably a good hour, I'm not even going to lie. The hands were easy. I put her jointed ones on initially, although I've since decided that as cool as they are, I quite like her normal ones better. But oh, the feet were a mission. I tried the left leg first, and the right one I did after, and it was a lot easier. I think there must be a bit of inconsistency with the, what do you call it, elastic. It did seem a lot tighter on the left leg. That was a nightmare. I mean, I did it, and I put her high heel feet on, which means I can't just get her to stand right now, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, so now that I've had a little bit more of a chance to play with her and just you know, yeah, see how she moves, see how her joints work. I will say that posability, as far as like, Claire can't do this. The closest Claire can get her hands to her face would be, well, Claire is a lot heavier too actually. Oh my gosh, so the closest Claire can get her hand to her face is here. I mean, I could kind of get her to touch her face, but the joints want to kick back, so, and that's what I was saying before about the double jointed elbows she has. They're nowhere near as mobile as the ones on this Resinsoul Mi, which is a normal skin, by the way. I think I forgot to mention that before. But yeah, Claire is so much heavier, so in case you don't know, she is a Lux Senior Delf Clary in their second body type. But yeah, so down there. So yeah, her joints don't allow her to move as much as the Mi. I think she's possibly, I mean, seems weird after I just battled with this foot, because it seemed extremely tight, but overall I think she is possibly strung a bit loose. She does want to kind of kick in some places, although that might also just be because, I mean, her body parts are a lot thinner, so perhaps it's just, and I don't know, maybe with the weight and everything as well, she just doesn't want to, she feels a bit more kicky, like her joints just want to spring back. Like when I set her down before her, this leg keeps on wanting to do this, which is the one that I think is a bit looser. This one doesn't feel quite as loose, but I mean at the same time I don't think I'm going to bother restringing her or anything. I think it's not too bad, not that I'm an expert, but yeah. I do love the sculpt of her torso though, like, see that one seems a bit looser possibly. Yeah, see, like that one. That one doesn't want to stay up. There we go. See, it's what I was telling you before, it just, yeah. In saying this though, like, I'm sure once I put some clothes on her, it will help. And I'll have to try and have to put some high heel shoes on her and see if I can get her to stand in those. But yeah, she's really pretty. And also I did change her eyes. The ones that she came in were like a golden brown. And I'll take them out, I'll be able to show you them. So it's these, I'm gonna focus these here. And they're quite nice, I must say. I think looking at them, I would guess they're 16mm, and I think on paper that's what she takes, although personally I like slightly smaller eyes, so I've put some 14mm eyes in her, and they're actually eyes that I got for Claire a while back. They're glass eyes from Painted Wings BJD, but I took them out of Claire since they're quite high domed and they weren't sitting in her eye sockets quite the way I liked. They were very, because of the dome, she had that like wide-eyed, staring straight at you, slightly creepy look going, so yeah. But when in the Mi, they actually, even though they're high domed, they sit quite nicely, so yeah, happy about that. I have got a few things on the way for this girl. I've got a couple of pairs of eyes, just regular glass ones. I think I got a blue and a green, or a blue and a turquoisey colour. So we'll see what they are like, and I'll definitely do a video once I have those to show, yeah, what they're like. And I've got a couple of clothes specifically for her on the way as well, although Claire will probably pinch them as well, since they are the same size for the most part. I'll see. So it takes some getting used to these legs, because they've got the extra joint in them, they just keep on wanting to bend, whereas Claire's knees are single jointed, so can't say I've really had to worry about that too much. But I've commissioned someone to make a blue wig for her, and it should be in the post tomorrow, and they're in New Zealand too, so it shouldn't take too long. Fingers crossed. And yeah, before we know it, this girl will look a bit more like herself. Now, I didn't get her with a face up because I'm planning on attempting it myself. I've never done that before, so it'll be interesting. I did kind of experiment on like the equivalent of like a Bratz Barbie doll type thing, I don't know. Actually I might have it around to show you. It's sitting behind me actually. It's very old and the sealant I used didn't work very well, so her face is kind of, I mean it was already darker than the body because I chucked it on an old, I think it was a Bitsu body that I had. So the Bitsu body was already a lot lighter, so ignore the very great contrast in the skin tones. And the sealant has not aged well, but anyways, this is her here. So this was my first attempt at a face up of sorts that I did a while ago. She had long purple hair which I cut to make it into like a cute little bob, and she had these little eye chips which I took out to do her face, and then I put them back in. So yeah, I didn't do too bad a job I don't think, but I definitely need to get some better materials, and the gloss that I put on her lips has kind of just disappeared, but yeah. Just kind of hides here, but I'm looking forward to trying it. It should be fun, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to get a Resinsoul as well, because they're a little bit cheaper, so I wouldn't have to freak out so much if I muddled up, and I wouldn't be paranoid and worried about just giving it a go. Eventually I do want to redo Claire's face up because she's got the company one on at the moment, and it could be so much more, I feel. But yes, anyway, I am going to put this girl in some clothes and see what fits her. There's this dress that is SD sized, but it can't get over Claire's hips. So I'm going to see if I can get it on her because I'm sure it would look quite cute. Failing that, I do have other clothes I'm going to try. And I've got Claire's old wig, her pink one, that I might just chuck on her to see what it looks like. And then I will be back with a dressed doll, no more naked doll. So yeah, back in a minute. Looks a bit better now that she's got clothes on. Now you'll notice that she's stolen Claire's wig. Poor Claire's sitting there with no hair at the moment, but I tried to put this pink one on her. For one, I still really don't like it, but also it's way too big. Resinsoul Mi's head, although I don't know the exact measurements, it is quite noticeably smaller than Claire's head, and even this wig on her is like wobbly as anything, and I've got a wig cap on her too, which is also too big for her, but it's still really wobbly. But it's better than nothing. I am getting a wig in for her, and it will be a bob because I do quite like, I think it complements the sculpt quite nicely, as opposed to having long hair like this, but see, it just won't stay still. Hopefully she won't have to go too long without her own hair or her own wig that actually fits, but yeah, no, so can confirm high heel feet make high heel shoes so much easier, so that is really good to know, and she fits these heels, Claire's heels, really well, so that's perfect. I wasn't sure what the difference would be for like shoe size, but yeah, it's actually hardly any difference that I can tell. She is a lot slimmer, so when I was trying on clothes, see, I told you she's a bit wobbly, but yeah, when I was trying on clothes, she is a lot slimmer, so they do fit quite differently. I am going to have to either like get some clothes specifically for her that are tighter fitted, I suppose, or actually make some clothes for her myself, which I do intend on doing at some point, so might just be sooner rather than later. Other clothes though, like the skirt, I actually like a lot better on her than I did on Claire, so that's good. But yeah, others like this this hoodie are just super baggy, which is a look, but yeah. I tried on quite a few outfits, but couldn't really settle on anything. I definitely need to get her own clothes. And I did run into a problem. I couldn't for the life of me remove her head. I don't know if this is a thing with resin soles, I don't know. It does prove that she must be strung reasonably tightly, I don't know. I got my ribbon around the hook and everything, and I yanked on it and it just didn't seem to want to budge. I mean, it's tight, but then this didn't seem... I mean, I'm sure I could have pulled and twisted the hook. I probably should get a proper, you know, head puller thing, but I mean, I've gotten by with Claire and it's been fine. But nah, it felt like if I did manage it, I would not be getting her head back on, and I do not want to have to worry about that at the moment. So it did just limit in the sort of clothes I could try on her. And I mean, she hasn't got a face up at the moment, so I wasn't worried about like clothes brushing against her face, but once she does have a face up, it'll be a different story, so I'm not quite sure there. Maybe if you have a resin sole and experience a similar thing, then let me know, because it just didn't quite seem... Yeah, I don't know, I just didn't want to risk it, and I mean, I am very used to just taking Claire's head off all the time to change her clothes, and it's just... it's convenient. I would like to be able to do that the same with this girl, but I love that she can just touch her face and touch her hair, and it's just... I'm going to be able to take so many really cool pictures with her. It's great, and I would put her and Claire together. In fact, I might actually... I'm gonna give Claire her wig back, and she can... This girl, so she... I'm not very good at sitting on the floor either, but she can just go wigless for a little bit, and I'll show them both together. When I eventually, and you better see, just have a rubber band to help Claire's wig grip her head. She's just kind of balancing on there. But yeah, once I have this girl, I need a name for her for starters, but once I have her all set up with her wig and all that, I'll have to do a proper side by side, but for now this will do. And oh, she's really pretty. I'm glad I got the Mi. I was for a while there humming and hawing and I couldn't make up my mind, but no, I'm very glad that I got the Mi. She is beautiful. And now Claire's not lonely, she'll have a friend. And I mean, I've been lucky with Claire, she's been pretty easy really. She just works, I don't know. So having a doll that needs a bit more input, I don't see that as a bad thing. Gosh, I can't get over how much heavier Claire is though. It must just be... I mean, I suppose it is. She is a bit more expensive, so it kind of, you would assume. But it's just the fact where see, I can't even sit on my knee. I feel like she'll just decide to roll back at some point. Just get Claire to stand. Normally do stand her on the table as opposed to the carpet. And while she's standing, I can get this girl like this. So I can hold them up to the camera. I'm so uncoordinated, but okay. Here are my girls. So even just having them on my lap, yes, the Mi is in high heels, so she's a bit taller, but I think she's a bit taller in general. I mean, Claire is on flats, but yeah, no, I love them. It's gonna be cool, and she has a friend now, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I have no idea how long it is. It was a bit of a mess, but thank you for joining me. It's been lovely, and I will hopefully catch you again next time. Bye!